Style, take 75,000.
We're born to die, so I'm gonna fight for how I wanna live. Spark up the riots, guess I'm a criminal and a futurist. Yeah, the charges I've caught won't stand your trial. Take it out of me. Yeah, I've been to hell, but I've learned to keep my cool. Holding on to the devil, got him by the throat, cause I refuse. Yeah, I won't take my last breath in denial. You can't take it from me. Yeah, I've seen peaks, been released into the prisons below. My days here disappear, there's things that I can't ignore. The sweetest release might take a while. So take me out in style. Yeah, you. Yeah, just take me out in style. And if you're gonna take me out in style. We're in the lion's den, consumption is our medicine. And so I'm high again, you could say I'm a true American. Yeah, the sweetest revenge is being set free. You can't take it from me. Yeah, it begins at my ends, my death will never survive. I've been cleared of my crimes, don't need no alibi. The sweetest release might take a while. So take me out in style. Yeah, you. Yeah, just take me out in style. If you're gonna take me out in style. You. The sweetest release might take a while. Just take me out in style. Take me alive. Just take me out if you're gonna take me in style. If you're gonna love me in style. The sweetest release might take a while. Just take me out if you're gonna hate me in style. If you're gonna love me in style. If you're gonna hate me, do it in style. Yeah, just do it in style.
Hey, I'm Mark Foster. This is my creative space. I actually like to work in a room that feels lived in. The energy of a space for me is super important. This is like the live room. These are things I've collected over years. This is the latest edition. Electric harpsichord. The beginning of coming of age, like that thing that sounds like a guitar line. It's actually this. Here's a celeste, another. Nothing sounds like that. I may not feel inspired, but if I come in here and play something and a drum beat comes out or a bass line comes out that's inspiring, all of a sudden I'm in. And like the creativity enters the room. A million ideas will kind of hit me at once, and it's very manic. I'm waiting for that spark to hit. So these drums, bass, go over to a lead line, pick up a guitar, or synth, or whatever. And then I'll turn on the mic and start freestyling vocals and see what comes out, kind of out of thin air. That's my space. Thank you.
So this is kind of my space and all the tools that I kind of need to play guitar and to record with. It kind of grew over time. I started out with a couple pedals and then had everything else shipped up, utilizing my dad's Fender Bassman, and then I can't go anywhere without this guitar. It's like my main instrument that I just utilize the most. It's a Jazzmaster. Yeah, record onto Logic and have some really good pre's here. This is what I color with. And I don't use all of these pedals at once, but it's really kind of like a command center, really. So I can hit this button and it recalls presets. Kind of have all the songs loaded up here. And it's kind of my kind of creative palette.
If you ask me, I'd say to be careful, my love, that death will leave the same. If you want me, just say it, don't keep me waiting for it. We can't change the things we can't control. It's summer somewhere, so it shouldn't be so cold. But you can't even look me in the eye if you try. We can try. I see us dancing by ourselves. We do it better with no one around. Yeah, just you in my imagination. Yeah, in my imagination. Yeah, well, there's nothing left to cry about. I guess I'm living in a drought. It's raining like it was before. Something that you never knew you needed more of. We can't change the things we can't control. It's summer somewhere, so it shouldn't be so cold. But you can't even look me in the eye if you try. We can try. I see us dancing by ourselves. We do it better with no one around. Yeah,
How challenging is it to just be a band right now and be in different parts of the country, have to work remote? How are you guys handling that?
As a band, we've been forced to adapt, and early on we knew that even through this time we wanted to figure out a way to move forward, figure out what we could do, figure out a way to continue collaborating. Really, we're in an adaptive state as a band right now.
Our tour got pulled literally 2 days before we were supposed to leave for Mexico. So we had been in rehearsals all week, kind of getting ready to be gone all year, right when the call came of like, tours canceled. There's a domino effect, and then all the other shows later all started to get canceled.
Tell me about the idea to put out a song. Like, is it a situation where you have a completed song and you're like, let's just put it out there? I'm speaking specifically of The Things We Do, which is the most recent one, Lamb's Wool, and It's Okay to Be Human.
Lamb's Wool and Things We Do, we've been kicking around for a little while and kind of just going through some different iterations. We had it set up to release earlier, but this was when a lot of tension kind of going on in the country, and it just felt wrong, and so we actually paused. We've been doing band Zoom calls once a week, the four of us, just kind of talking about things creatively, talking about things that are going on in the country, about ways that we can help. Really led by Mark Pontius, because when Minneapolis started to really like kick off, like right after George Floyd, he got in a car and drove up there, and he was like in the heart of it.
I wasn't that far from Minneapolis in Nashville, and I had a couple friends up there. And so I felt like in a position, I can go up and help and do what I can. So, and then when we got there, everything started to really unfold, and then you could see it was this really, really serious thing unfolding. And so it was a combination of like being there to help, but then also trying to be a little bit just a viewer and not get too involved. And so when I came back, I felt like there was a need to do music and do our thing. That's the way we heal our own selves when we're in times of turmoil like this and stuff. But then it is like a bridge to people to help. But it felt more important to kind of like hold on that and really sense into what's going on with culture and if that was anything we could do to help. So I do think, after that, we all kind of, just every week things would change and unfold, so you had to kind of just stand still and wait it out and feel into when it felt right and real for us to continue doing music and all of that.
We paused the release of it. We talked about it. We found some organizations that we could get behind and at least in that way contribute financially. And so we donated all the proceeds to a few different organizations. And in that moment, that was just something where we're like, okay, this is a practical way we can help. We don't have the bigger answers, or we may never really have but this is a way that we can help right now.
Band-wise, in terms of your independence, are you guys no longer with Columbia? What's going on?
We are kind of going it alone, kind of going back to how it was when we first started, which is just doing things DIY. The landscape of music has changed in terms of streaming and being able to have a direct line to your fans.
I'm excited to be independent. I think we, as a group too, have developed so much independently over the years, like just each one of us musically, our knowledge of the business, our knowledge as artists. It's a perfect time. We learned so much being with a label like that, and having the big power behind you. Is so helpful, and they were such a great label. It was actually like a really, as far as relationships normally go with artists and their labels, ours was wonderful. But it's a cool time to pivot and actually see what we can all do individually as artists, how we can come together, whether it's DIY stuff or just trying to do things in a little bit of a new, fresh way. That's harder to do when you're tied to so many other voices. It can be a lot more work in some ways, but I think that there's a freedom to that that's worth the work,
It's been really exciting to be able to create and kind of move and put out music in the momentum, shortly after it was created.
might be the last time. The spaces in between our breaths, they're singing to the infinite. Sudden changes make the air uncomfortable. I'll hold you so you're not alone. When I'm quiet on the other side, know that I'm loving you. That's all I do, is keep loving you. You'll find my love, never mind, 'cause I'm here. I keep laughing with myself. I'm so in love with loving you. That's all I do, is keep loving you. Well, things will change, but I'll always be the same. Silence is the lonely thing, waiting for a sound to fall. A lullaby to calm me sleep, the promise of another world. Sudden changes make the air uncomfortable. Oh, hold me so I'm not alone, no. When I'm quiet on the other side, know that I'm loving you. That's all I do, is keep loving you. You'll find my love for mine, 'cause I'm here. I keep laughing to myself. I'm so in love with loving you. That's all I do, is keep loving you. Well, things will change, but I'll always be the same. Float into the endless night. The dust cradles our names, and all the things we ever cared for, to run again without the pain, to love you without being afraid, to fall into the flowers bloom of the other side. When I'm quiet on the other side, know that I'm loving you. That's all I do, is keep loving you. You'll find my love, never mind, 'cause I'm here. I keep laughing with myself. I'm so in love with loving you. That's all I do, is keep loving you. Well, things will change, but I'll always be. But when I'm quiet on the other side, know that I'm loving you. That's all I do. And when things, they will change, but you'll be alright.
How would you describe the direction you're taking musically from here forward?
There were really no rules with it. There were no real boundaries. I think, something we've done from the beginning was explore, weave in and out of different genres, different instruments. And I think this EP, this reflects that. Beyond that, there are a few records that, like LPs, full lengths, that we've been working on and chipping away at, that have a much tighter kind of aesthetic and sound to them that'll be different than I think anything we've put out. But the EP is more modern, just kind of, I think, like reflects maybe the breadth of FTP.
What do you miss about playing live?
The one thing that I realized that I really miss is the moment right before you play live.
Like when you're standing behind the stage and when I'm with these guys and we can hear the like crowd, but we haven't seen them yet. And then like the lights drop and then you hear the roar. Like that moment of walking out onto stage and that like I've had dreams about it. And to be honest, at the end of Sacred Hearts Club, I was kind of like, oh man, I'm so ready to be home. Like I don't want to be on tour anymore. Eating random pizza like 2 a.m. because there's nothing else to find and all the things that go with it. And then I've been like really missing it.
I'm really impressed, and I think there's something special about the four of us when we get together live and hash things out. And you know, I feel like the studio albums sound great that we do, and then we just totally reinterpret them to be something very unique in a live performance aspect. And I just miss it. I think it's, you know, it's one thing to work remote and to do your best and to have really high creative ideas and put them down individually. But man, there's nothing like getting in the same room with these guys and just like hashing it out. So I miss that. There's just a chemistry.
You're performing a new song for this episode called Under the Moon. When did that come together, and can you tell us about that particular track?
I mean, it's really like a love song about when you're away from the person you love, you can like look up at the moon at night and know that like you guys are both sharing that moment, even if you're in different places. And the song's really from that point of view.
It's a special track for me, and I think for us, because I think it's the first song that we got right for us in this remote collaboration process.
Basically, we set up a band Dropbox. We would send the session around, and everybody would put kind of their mark on it as it made its cycles, and I would do some new things to it. We would just kind of keep touching it until it finally got to a place where it was ready to mix. I'm really proud of it.
Under the moon I cry, waiting in the whisper of your name, my lullaby. And I'm caught here in your eye. I cannot be afraid to let you love me when we're far away. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll pretend that you are sleeping next to me. Are you looking out your window? Are you looking out your window? I wanna see your smile. I'd do anything just to see it now. I say your name, wish upon the headlights of the cars that are flickering. And I'll wait here till the light sings a lullaby. And I've been singing to myself at night. Oh, calm down, we'll figure it out. I'll pretend that you are sleeping next to me. Are you looking out your window? Are you looking out your window? Me there haunts me in the few that we share. Your heart is my home. Our love will keep us warm. Your heart's made of gold.
Okay, so this is kind of a facade. Looks like a junky shed, right? Keep it mysterious, not let anybody know there's something cool in here. This is the tracking room. My studio assistant right here. Did you clean the mics last night? I'll show you. This is just my organization of said drums. Did you comp all the audio I told you to do? Kind of nerded out and measured everything perfectly so I could perfectly organize it. No, you didn't? Well, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, this was a storage shed when we bought the place. We obviously gutted it and redid everything, so we're still in the process of finishing it someday completely, but it's operational. This is a computer, this is a MIDI controller, this is a wall, so this is now the vocal booth or storage of guitars. This is called a control room. That's where the magic happens, right? That's what they say. That wood's kind of cool because the guy who helped build this, it was like a custom bit, really beautiful painting of Putin. Not many people know that he's actually a stellar ballerina. This is Mecca. Did you get a shot of Mecca? She's keeping the couch warm. A little artifact from the lamb's wool video. And chalkboard where we do all our formulas. All right. That's it. Thanks. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Isom from Foster the People, and I'm in Austin, Texas right now. And anyways, I just kind of wanted to walk you guys through my mobile setup that I have with me. It's definitely a modest collection, but some of my favorite synths and pieces of gear that I have with me that I've used on a lot of our recordings. Kind of my favorite of all these right now is the Prophet 6. That's kind of my go-to for writing. I used it quite a bit for the synth parts on Under the Moon. The Juno 106, I use it a ton. Everyone has this synth. It's not any kind of special secret anymore, but patch 68 is my favorite patch. It's so good. It always sounds good, but I use that a lot on Lamb's Wool. I have a Moog Sub Fatty. Use a lot of glidey bass on that, and then the OP1. And then I have a rack of outboard gear here. Let's see, I think that about concludes my tour. Hope you're doing well. Wear a mask, stay safe, and yeah, thanks for checking it out.
Hi, my name is Philip. How has your sound evolved throughout your career?
It started at adult techno, and now it's at trumpet rock.
I could say musically that on the first record on Torches, most of those songs, when it came time to record them and like finish them from demo form, none of them really had bass lines on them. And so that was something that we all had to work out together in the room and figure out. But I would say from the first to the second record, something clicked, and it was very bass driven. I think our rhythms in general have gotten more complex.
Hey guys, I'm Laura, and I was just wondering, since Pumped Up Kicks came out 10 years ago, which is crazy, and a lot has happened over the course of 10 years, does the song mean the same to you now as it did a decade ago, or has it kind of taken on a new meaning over the years?
Songs are like living, breathing things, and they can change multiple times. That song's changed multiple times throughout the last 10 years for me. I've gone through the gambit of emotions with that song, I think because of the nature of the song and also how it hit culture, and then how it was misunderstood by culture and everything in between, but also being the thing that opened up this door and changed our lives and kind of thrust us into a career and became a hot conversation for gun control and like all of those things. I mean, as an artist, I'm super proud of it. And as more time goes by, I look back and I'm even more proud of it. There were times where I've been really ashamed of it. Because I do believe that, like, artists, art is the healthiest way to express any kind of emotion. And it can communicate philosophical ideas that are really hard to articulate with words.
When we play together on stage, the synergy between the band and the audience, it becomes its own life force. And it's just, I miss the energy, and I just miss when we're able to just transcend with the audience. It's unlike anything in the world, and it's one of the reasons why I love being in a band and I love playing music, but it's one of the things that I'm missing the most.
Hey, I'm Abby, and my question is, have you picked up any new hobbies since the start of quarantine?
Mowing the lawn more frequently.
I think my new hobby is moving. This is the 4th location we've been in since quarantine. So I'm becoming an expert at packing our car.
Quarantine's been so long that I learned how to woodwork at the beginning of it and got obsessed with it. And then now I'm bored of it again. That's how long it's been. I had a passion and a hobby that I dove into, and then it's been so long that I'm like, all right, cool, I've got that. I don't want to do that anymore. All right, I'm over woodworking.
I know I can answer for Sean. It's the penny whistle in Best Friend.
Oh, man.
A lot of fights over that penny whistle. Thanks so much for watching Live from My Den. If you'd like to help out during this difficult time,
please consider donating to Delivering Good, which is on the front lines, helping people during this pandemic.
Also, we'd like to shout out some other organizations we support.
Black Lives Matter International, the Underground Museum, the Bail Project, and Rebuild Foundation.
Thank you so much.
If you